when it's almost all the same initials, you got to go with it. Hello, everyone. This is Dwight Woods, the Jeet Kune Do Rebel, and welcome to the I Love Jeet Kune Do broadcast number 260. This is the one about Bruce Lee as inspiration for Dana White. As you're logging in, if you'd be kind enough to say where you're logging in from, hit the like button and feel free to continue doing so throughout the broadcast. If you're catching the simulcast over on the YouTube, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe over there, and hit the notification bell as well. If you enjoy my work and you'd like to support the program, please visit jkdrebel.com, click on the Rebel Gear link, and that's where you'll see stuff like this. The Unified Martial Art Academy Kali JKD t-shirt, one of my favorite designs based on an old Inasano design, and also paying homage to the late Guru Ted Lukai, who was one of the first to use the Kali JKD moniker. But of course, the best thing you can do is to share this video and spread the word about the I Love Jeet Kune Do broadcast. Okay, so if you looked at the preview postcard for today's issue, then you saw the Dana White quote, which is largely responsible for an internet conversation which has run the gamut from summary dismissal on one end to accepted gospel on the other end. There are people who declare that Dana White has no idea what he's talking about, and then there are those who wholeheartedly agree with him, and then there are those who take it a step further and declare that Bruce Lee could take on anyone in the UFC in any weight class and easily dispatch them. But I'm not here to discuss any of that. Instead, what I want to look at and talk about is something against which I have cautioned Jeet Kune Do people on a frequent basis. Sometimes we are quick to dismiss others because of their lack of deep understanding of Jeet Kune Do. And notice I said we, because I include myself in this. However, I maintain that if somebody puts himself out there as a JKD guy, even as a JKD authority, and then he's found to have a somewhat tenuous grasp on the art and philosophy, then by all means, we should let him have it, right? But at other times, we might want to be a bit more accommodating, especially if or when we surmise that the person's actions are well-intentioned. And there's no doubt to me that Dana White's words and actions were well-intentioned towards Bruce Lee. If you look at what he said, there's clear evidence that his quote is based on the generally accepted idea that Bruce Lee, in creating Jeet Kune Do, he took a little bit from these different martial arts and then he mixed them together, and that's how JKD came about. So although this is an example of a lack of deep understanding about Jeet Kune Do, and I admit I have previously been critical of his statement, but I'm not saying that I agree with him now. I still don't agree with him. But recently, I came across something that that has caused me to take a little bit of a different approach, right? Not towards his original statement, and not towards his original quote, right? And I mean, a guy can't be all bad if his initials are DW, right? And then the outfit that is responsible for my finding this new material, the name of that outfit also uses the initials DW. So if you got all these initials, almost everything the same, like I said in the opening, you got to go with it. So anyhow, the quote from Bruce Lee is, "You might as well be dead." Seriously, if you always put limits on what you can do, physical or anything else, it'll spread over into the rest of your life. It'll spread into your work, into your morality, into your entire being. There are no limits. There are plateaus, but you must not stay there. You must go beyond them. If it kills you, it kills you. A man must constantly exceed his level. Okay, so I am fairly sure that this is not a verbatim quote of Bruce Lee's, because if you're not aware of the origin source, I'm sure James Bishop can tell you. I'm just kidding, James. Right? But seriously, it's from The Art of Expressing the Human Body, and Sterling Silliphant is talking about Bruce Lee forcing him to add 2 miles to their, I guess it was their usual 3-mile run. So long story short, Silliphant says that he feels like he's going to die, and Bruce Lee says, then die, right? And then later on, when they talked about it, is when Bruce Lee said the above. So that quote ascribed to Bruce Lee, I think it's reported speech. It's Silliphant's memory of how things were said. So I don't think it's accurate word for word. Anyhow, what I love about what I found out is that Dana White took the statements and applied them in a completely different context. In other words, it had nothing to do with running or what have you. So I'm gonna play you. It's less than a minute, and I should be able to get it up here into the stream. So hang on 1 second. Let me play.
Tell me about the quote that resonates with you the most in here.
Yeah, so the Bruce Lee quote, this one right here, is literally the quote that I've lived my life by, my whole life. It's everywhere. It's in my gym, it's in my house. I have that quote everywhere. You take that quote and you apply it. I don't care what you do for a living. Apply that quote to your life, watch what happens. It's if man doesn't continue to push himself beyond his limits, you only hit plateaus. You're never there. There's always another level, and you have to push yourself beyond that level. And if it kills you, it kills you. You know what I mean? It's so true.
And how appropriate with what we've been through the last couple of years with COVID 100%. And everything. It totally
It's
applies.
Literally how I live my life and how I've run this business and how I've run my whole life is based on that quote.
Yeah, so I think that's pretty cool. You know, say what you want about Dana White. The guy is a success story, right? Regardless of how you might feel about certain things or whatever. Anyhow, so I wanted to share that with you guys because it's a better example of applying Bruce Lee's philosophies. That it's a better example than you see sometimes, or that you actually don't even see from some of the so-called JKD authorities to whom I alluded earlier, right? So I always enjoy it when I find an example of somebody who is, let's say, outside of the JKD world, but uses the founder's philosophies as a guideline, right? Okay, all right. So that's it for today. You guys, let me know what you think. Do you have any examples yourselves of people outside of JKD applying Bruce Lee's philosophies and what have you? Let me know in the comments below. That's all I got to say about this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Follow me on Twitter at Dwight Woods and on Instagram at Dwight D. Woods, at paypal.me/unifiedma Miami. The Jeet Kune Do Journey Volume 1 raw but edited version is still available. paypal.me/unifiedma Miami. On Friday, what's Friday? The 20th, we'll be doing a Jeet Kune Do Dialogues episode with Richard Arnis, who I know him from the Innisano Academy way back in the day, but I wouldn't say that we are close associates or anything. So you guys will be getting to know him right along with me on Friday at 6 p.m. on the Jeet Kune Do Dialogues. Today is a purple day. You've seen this one before. Another Bruce Lee quote. All right, so I'll see some of you on Friday at 6 p.m. with Richard Alanis. Otherwise, I'll see you next Wednesday for another issue of the I Love Jeet Kune Do broadcast. Until then, this is Dwight Woods, the Jeet Kune Do Rebel, signing off. You guys enjoy the rest of your day. Take it easy. Be safe. Talk soon.